Hi, this is Carly and I'm here to share a tutorial on making a no bulk shaker card. So thanks so much for joining me and I hope you find this helpful. So I started off with these baseball card sleeves that I picked up at the store, and it came with a pack of 70, and I bought them to make these pocket letters I wanted to make for my friend. But I am not going to be making 70 pocket letters, so I had to think about what else could I do with these. And so this is where the shaker came about. So I'm going to show you how to make a shaker card without having all the adhesive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Sharpie marker and I'm going to trace over the lines that have sealed this little pocket, just to make it easier for you to see, because since it's transparent it might be difficult to see where those lines are at. So what you want to do is you want to cut on the outside of these sealed little stitch marks on all three sides. Now you are going to be cutting into that middle pocket, so you're going to have to sacrifice those middle pockets, but you still can use the 3 other pockets. You're going to get 6 little shaker pockets out of this, which is good. Okay, so those 3 are sealed already, and now you just need to seal the top. So I have experimented a little bit, and I'm going to show you what I've used. So here are 2 pockets that I already had created. So this one I sealed with matte multi-medium or multi-medium matte, and it held pretty well and it dries pretty clear. The only problem is that it takes forever for it to dry. Now my second experiment was with using score tape, and of course score tape is instant gratification. You don't need to wait for it to dry, but you can see it. Now I did try glossy accents, and while it did dry clear, it wasn't a very strong hold, so I don't really recommend it, but you should play with it. Now another option is using old packaging. So where your sequins come in, the little bag it comes in, is perfect because it's already sealed. But in case you don't have a bunch of those, you can use these little sleeves. Okay, so to begin with, I measured the sleeve, the little pocket, and they're 3 by 4. So I cut out a 3 by 4 using this Wonky Stitches die, which happens to be 3 by 4 inches. So I cut that out, and then you need to cut an opening so you can see your little shaker bits. And you can use an instability die, or you can use your craft knife or your cutting tool, your trimmer. And so that's what you're going to end up with, like that little frame. You want to add some strong adhesive like score tape or redline tape, and this is going to hold your little pocket when it comes time to make your little shaker. Okay, so I also wanted to let you know that you don't have to use a rectangle in the middle. I use this decorative label in the middle. You can use like heart shapes or somebody's letter for their initial, whatever you want. The sky is up to you, or the limit. So the sky's the limit. That's what I want to say. Okay, so I'm going to be using this confetti that I picked up at the store, and it's in like the baby shower aisle, where they have those kinds of things. It's very, very inexpensive and it's super cute. And so the key to these pockets, these little shakers, is that you don't want to add a lot to it, because then it's not going to shake very well. So that's the only thing. You have to add very, very, very little. But what does work excellently well is this chunky glitter. So this chunky glitter works great in it, as well as other things like regular glitter. So the key again is not to fill it. Now I'm going to show you what I use to seal that last part. So I took my silicone mat. You want to make sure you have a little bit of air in there so it's not totally flat or it won't shake. And ta-da! I'm using my fuse tool. Now I had this for about a month and I've been playing with it and I'm having so much fun with it. It is great. And if you're somebody who makes little shaker cards, or things like, or a scrapbooker, for sure this is an awesome tool to have. Now what you want to do is put even pressure across, and you really only want to go over it once, and you want to hold it vertically. So I gave you a really bad example there. But there's a little tiny edge on the corner that wasn't sealed originally, so I'm going to go ahead and seal it with the fuse tool. Now I have this little shaker pocket that is sealed on all sides, and there go my little shakers. Now what you want to make sure is that you don't have a bunch of those little shakers all bunched up together in one place, because then they're not going to be free to shake. So you want to kind of make sure that they're kind of separate. Now I have my little panel that I created, and I have added score tape to the back to kind of help the process along, because I didn't want this to be, you know, an hour video. So I removed the liner, and then I kind of, you know, move the little pieces toward the middle. But what you don't want to do is have them all bunched up in the middle, because then you're going to have to work to kind of spread them out, which is what I had to do later to kind of fix this. So here's another do not do this example for you. Okay, so there I am trying to adjust them, because you know I pushed them way too close on top of each other in the middle, but they do separate. There you go. Better. Okay, so now I'm ready to put this onto the back panel, and this back panel is an 1/8 inch bigger than the little frame, so I believe it's 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. Now I'm going to use some 1/8 inch score tape, and I'm going to put it just along the outer edges of each of the sides. Now I love score tape. It is a very aggressive tape, but as you can see, you can cut it with your fingers. You don't need to use heavy-duty scissors, even though this is heavy-duty tape, and you can use it for so many things. Score tape is awesome. Okay, so now I'm peeling off the liner on the back. Oopsie. Okay, and then so now I'm going to attach this to the back panel. And then I just want to kind of reinforce just the edges. I want to leave a little bit of wiggle room in the middle for those little shaker pieces. Okay, so I've kind of, like I said, I kind of have some things prepared, and I have my card base prepared and my innies ready to go as well, and they're adhered into the card base. So now I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of this panel, and I'm using my Second Love apart from my Hello Kitty Big Shot, and that's my ATG gun. So I'm going to attach this to the front of the card, and again you kind of just want to reinforce the edges. You want to leave a little bit of wiggle room in the middle so that the pieces can shake. Now I've already created the embellishment, which comes from the Carnival Cupcakes stamp set from Mama Elephant, and oh my goodness, it is so adorable. I love the stamp set. It is so cute. Plus it's really fun to say Mama Elephant, I think. So there it is. Now this is a little sticker. It says welcome little one. I want to remove some of the adhesive from the end so it doesn't attach to the side where I don't want it, because this is going to be over that top panel. So just press that down because it already has adhesive, and that is the shaker card. So I made a traditional shaker card so you can kind of see the difference. I use the very same elements. The boy one has the double layers of foam tape, and of course this is going to move more freely. The little shaker pieces are going to move more freely, and the inside is the same because you have, you know, that 2 layers of foam tape to, you know, for it to move. So whichever way you do them, I mean, shaker cards are fun, but with this way, you don't have as much bulk. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye! So let me give you a recap of today's cards. So the first one is the one we made today, the little girl shaker, and it's colored with Copics. And here are the innies. And next is the boy one that I made ahead of time, and that's colored with the no line Copic coloring. And the innies, of course. And here they are together. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.